when you're in the line,
Okay.
and you're in a queue, everyone's queuing,
Yeah.
and someone pushes in front, but they act as
Where
if
is this, on the train?
this is in the shop. Let's say we're in TK Maxx because it's one of my favourite shops.
That be happening in TK Maxx.
It be happening, okay, especially in TK. Don't come for TK Maxx actually. What are you trying to say? It be happening there, but not in Primark.
Oh, could you give me a singing lesson?
Okay.
Do you think I would do well?
Yeah. So let's
I'm
get into this.
I'm not a singer.
Okay, so first thing
for
is
the people's ears. I think I could do well.
your posture is so important. So
Okay.
just relax. You're just gonna relax, guys. You make all things beautiful, beautiful for me.
You giving me the defense, bro.
Trying to be
Okay, let me
subtle,
try,
and then
let
I'm
me
like,
try.
I'm getting into this.
Okay.
What stereotype do you completely live up to?
That's a good one. Oh.
I've had, you love attention. I've had, like...
The haters got hate.
The haters gonna hate,
Yeah.
but it's so interesting how
Yeah.
people perceive you
It's
and
true.
your light. Like,
Yeah.
when we're the sun.
Nothing to do with you though.
Yeah,
it's
when
true.
we're the sun, we're too bright for some people. Some people don't want to look. They're like, my eyes. Some people want to get close,
engaged.
They're like, I need to feel the warmth.
I know.
And some people are like, I'll stand in midway.
In the middle.
You know what I mean? Welcome back to season 3 of MNM Talks. It's your girl Malunga.
And it's your girl Mwila. You already know what it is, the Everyday People podcast.
Make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe.
Okay, let's get into it.
Hi!
Welcome back.
Welcome back!
Oh.
M&M, hey. M&M,
Hey, the rest are doing too much.
M&M,
Hey.
M&M. Hello, everyday people.
We're back.
Yeah, how's it going? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling really good.
Are you?
I feel
You're
like we're
looking
just
great.
so are you.
Thank
I love the
you.
colours.
Thank you.
I love the hair.
The hair is back.
This is my favourite. This is my
I
favourite
know,
kind
but
of.
it's going to be switched up.
I know.
It's going to be switched up soon.
We
I never like
likes
to do
to-
a double take, but I like to. I brought it back another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wheeler likes to, switch things up. You're not
I'm not an everyday girl.
you're not giving basic.
Do you know what it is? Sometimes I feel like I want to change what I look like every single day.
Really? Oh.
Or weekly at least.
It's giving multiple personalities. But I'm here for it because I'm similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Why? Yeah, that's why. Because we're both. Why? What is
You know
it?
what it is? Sometimes because I feel like I kind of get bored really easily. So like when I'm looking at my style, my look, I want to change it all the time. So it's like, I don't know if it's like a creative in me, like it's the way I'm being creative and that's just my form of expression. But I'm just like, yeah, why not switch it up?
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of a kink.
Kink. But it's not nice.
Thank you. How are you? How's life?
Life is good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. The podcast and just recording with you, sitting down with you and getting to catch up as friends and like have a laugh. It's just, it keeps me going.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to be honest. It really does keep me just happy. And I don't know, I feel like it pushes me to be like a better person in some ways.
I hear that. I feel the same. Like I feel like every time we come in the studio and we see Mo, it feels like a good day.
It does.
You know what I mean?
It's a good day to have a good day, you know.
Mo it's just like, like, it's just lovely.
Running things.
Honestly.
Mo and Faduma are running things, boy. Shout out.
Shout out to Faduma.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm like,
what's
my ick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do have an ick this time, guys, because I had to write it down because I always forget.
Do you know who doesn't have an ick?
Do you not have an ick?
Actually, I've got one.
The one day I fully prepare with my icks This one hasn't got one.
No, I've got one. I'll think of
We
one.
can
whilst you're
share.
sharing
We
yours.
can share.
Go on.
So my ick is when you're in the line
Okay.
and you're in a queue, everyone's queuing.
Yeah.
And someone pushes in front. But they act as
Where
if...
is this? On the train?
This is in the shop. Let's say we're in TK Maxx because
yeah.
it's one of my favourite shops.
That be happening in TK Maxx?
It be happening. Okay, especially in TK. Don't come for TK Maxx, actually. What are you trying to say? It be happening there, but not in Primark. But
It be happening in Primark for sure.
Yeah. But it's like, not even when it comes to... Okay, I was at the post office the other day.
Okay.
And this lady's behind me, but she's literally on my tail. Like she's... you know when you can feel someone breathing...
As if it's going to be
like breathing down my neck. Why is she breathing on my neck?
That's taking a mic. That's the la. Because like, give you some space.
Personal space,
And
people.
also, it's not going to make you any quicker. You're not in charge of the line.
100%. So she's breathing now on my neck, giving dragon.
Yeah.
And I can feel her energy, and I'm just thinking the line is not moving. So
It makes you anxious as well, because you feel like you kind of have to shift forward somewhere.
I wasn't even anxious. I was just annoyed at this point. Because then so she's like behind me and she's coming closer to me, but the line is not moving. So I don't know where you want us to go, love. And then, another guy started serving. So there's only one at first. And then another
person came.
Opened another sort of counter.
Don't tell me she went in first.
She went in.
No. Because you know that the unwritten rule is the person who is next in line should be the first for the next counter.
For the next counter that opens up.
She's taking a mic. She knew what she did. She did it on purpose.
I said, excuse me.
Oh.
Don't even play with me.
The British. Excuse me.
I didn't even do the British because the British would just say nothing.
Yeah. No. Sometimes they do the excuse me.
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
I didn't stop there.
Oh.
I said, excuse me, I was here first. Like, where are you going?
Let her know.
I didn't say where you going, but I was like, excuse me, I was here first.
Yeah.
And I literally went to the same counter.
And got served.
And made sure the man was going to serve me.
Go on, girl.
That's how you do it, guys.
Go on.
That's how you do it. Don't play with me.
Don't play with her.
I will say it, for sure.
You also have time and places to be.
But then she's like,
Yeah,
like, why are you acting like you can't see me, though?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Of course she wasn't going to hype up. Because what can she say?
No, but I've had someone hype up. This has happened to me before.
That's my biggest fear.
Is it?
Yeah, that I approach something and then somebody else retaliates because I'm like, this is not what I was prepared for. It's not what I was prepared for at all.
So what your biggest fear is that someone's going to match your energy?
Match my energy. Don't match me. Just receive.
Because you don't like the conflict.
I hate conflict. You know this. We know this. But yeah.
She's getting nervous even talking about it.
I'm like, nah.
No, that happened to me. And I matched the
happened?
energy. I just said, this was in TK Maxx. And like, you know when you're in the queue, right? But they tempt you with all these other items as you go along.
Yeah.
So you start thinking, oh, do I need a candle holder? Oh, do I need some hand cream? Oh, do I need this?
Yeah.
So we're walking.
Yeah.
And then we're slowly moving forward. And I just stopped for a second, guys. Just for a second, I swear down. Just to look at the the bits on the side.
And she goes in front.
He was like, he just went straight ahead of me.
Because he thought, you're shopping now.
I'm literally in the queue though, and it's not like the queue was moving anywhere. He went straight in front of me, and then I just said, I'm in the queue. And then he was like, no. He said, you stopped though. You said, and I said, I'm still in the queue.
Yeah.
It's not like anyways.
So what happened?
And then he just
Did he apologise?
I just went back in front.
Yeah.
And then apologise where?
He didn't apologise.
No. We were both
You were both on.
We were both on smoke that day. But
I can't handle it.
You can't handle
I'll be like,
it.
if it was like, no, but you stop. I'll be like, I'm sorry.
Oh,
honestly,
now that's the British way.
That is true. That's true.
how they do it. But
that's true.
Listen, I grew up Ilford sides, innit? So East London all day. You know what I mean? You can't take the East London out of the
East.
I don't know why I'm acting bad because I'm really. I mean, it might go as far as words. But anyway, what's your ick? It's all right if you don't have one. We can move on.
I don't have one, babes. I don't have one today.
Okay.
Do you know what? Yeah, I was thinking about my icks before, and I was just like, what is really icking, like, in these streets? And I'm lost for words.
It's all right.
Yeah.
But I do have a question for you.
Go on.
Do you think, big question, M&Ms, our everyday people, big question to think about that we're going to explore a little bit today. Do you think that we judge ourselves a little bit more harshly and critically than others? Like, the world is obviously a judgmental place. Like, we were talking about shows and stuff that we've been watching and stuff like that.
It's a yes and no. I do think that some people in the world are really harsh. And, like, you think about it, like, when you see, like, comment sections, like, people can really be, like, quite mean. But I do feel like we are, like, you know, how the saying goes, we are our own worst critic.
Yeah.
And I think, like, you can have, like, imposter syndrome, and you can get into a space of almost, like, collapsing, you know, because you're so embedded in the thoughts of, like, not feeling good enough or not seeing yourself as worthy enough for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or you're trying to do, or even just how you feel about your physical self. Like, you don't feel like you're physically, as Black women, you know how, like, you know, society kind of plays on this thing of, like, making sure that you Black women are kind of need to look a certain way.
We need to be
attractive.
perfect. Yeah, women, yeah.
And it's almost like there's almost like a messy bun is not like a cute thing for a Black woman. It has to be, like, put together. And I don't know if that's us putting it on ourselves or if it's society putting it on us. I don't know which side goes first. But I do feel like it's almost like this kind of dynamic of, like, let's just relax. You know, let's just enjoy. Let's just
be merry.
Be merry, you know. Let's just, you know, kind of like be at ease of ourselves as well sometimes. But so yes and no, but it depends. It really depends on what platform you're on. Sometimes it can even be like what you're doing as for work. Sometimes you need to have like really strong kind of like people really coming, like having a big standard for you. For certain jobs, like if you're a surgeon, you need to have a high standard. Do you get what I mean? Like it's a pressure, but you need to have that pressure put on you because your job requires that. Do you get what I mean? Your actions affect people's lives. So even if you're working in the bank, your actions, you know,
they're gonna
affect people on the long term, like substantially. So it's like there's certain things that it's like it's required. So you can't be so blasé about it, but at the same time, like when it comes to just how society looks at image, we put too much pressure on things.
And not even just like the image, it's just even if somebody, you know, like we were saying that we were watching stuff about, what was that show? The Young African. Young, Famous and African.
Yeah, that one,
and we did talk about that a little bit. We're not going to like deep it because I know everyone's been talking about it online and stuff.
It's been a while now as well, but like they were like, you know,
there was some
going in.
There was some flogging.
Annie.
Yeah.
Poor Annie.
Yeah.
But you know, hopefully, you know, she's doing much better now. But like, I just think like with that situation, I think you're in the public eye. So it's like, you're kind of like, even the other day, like I was on, is it Mariam Musa's page, and she had posted something like ages ago. And it was just a normal blog. It was even an ad that she had. And I think she had her hair in a wig or whatever. And the person in the comment was like, what did they say to her? You spent so much time investing on trying to improve your hairline, but you still continue trying to wear wigs and act white. And I said, this person is great. Firstly, just F off. Like, I really wanted to start a war in that comment section, but I said, that's not me.
But she doesn't like conflicts. Listen,
exactly.
Mariam Musa, shout out to you, girl, because you're doing your thing. And Adiola and all them girls that are like, you know, influencers, YouTubers, whatever. Like, it's confidence to get up on screen, on camera,
honestly,
to even record a podcast. Like, come on, guys.
We know, like, that struggle, kind of like you're putting yourself out there. Yeah. So it's almost like when people can be like quite harsh, it is really sad to see that people go for the negative first. Yeah,
and does it give people a right, just because you're putting yourself out there? I don't know if it gives people a right to actually comment on your life in such a negative way.
But the
at the same time,
is that you have to expect it.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah,
kind of
and that
expect it.
does make sense as well because you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
So you can't, in a way, we can't pick and choose
It's true.
what
Which
people
part
are
of
going to
the-
say.
Yeah.
And why. Like, oh, she's looking like this today or whatever. But, like, how do we
Handle it.
move past it?
Yeah. How do you feel like you handle criticism?
I think...
Because obviously, like, doing the pod, but then also, like, you do music and, like, you know, having kind of, like, your art and your kind of... I know, like, when you were kind of building within that space,
Yeah.
like, you've had, like, people come to you saying, like, they want you to be a specific way or
Yeah.
you fit into a specific, you know, criteria. Like, how do you deal with, like, holding sense of self? Because I feel like you do that quite well.
You know what? I actually do spend quite a bit of time alone and not like in a lonely sense, but just solitude and being with myself and sometimes talking to myself even, you know.
Okay.
Don't section me. I think, do you talk to yourself?
Yeah, I talk to myself all the time.
Like, let us know if you... I feel like everyone does that.
Yeah. Even your own thoughts.
Wait, oh my God, have you ever been down the street talking to yourself and somebody catches you talking to yourself?
Yeah, I have. Definitely.
You know the way I act like I'm talking to someone on the phone? I just put my headphones in.
I'll just be like, and then I'll just move on. Because I'm like, why are you in my business? Why are you in my business? Bro,
But if
I want to have a conversation with myself. Let me have a conversation with myself. Is it your business?
Yeah, but if you're having a full-on conversation down the road,
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, why did I leave the eggs in the fridge or whatever?
Yeah, that's
or why
normal.
I should have defrosted the meat or whatever.
You know what, the worst one's always when you have a good comeback. When you've had an argument and you're like, oh man, I should have said this, I should have said that.
Oh, that is never me. That could never be me, oh. There's no
You're
good,
always ready.
There's no shoulda, woulda, coulda with a comeback.
They're coming.
They're there.
And then. But yeah, like, I'm always like, oh, I should have said this. I should have said that.
Really?
Oh, that's always my most of my self-talk is like self-analyzation.
Oh.
It's quite bad. I'm moving forward from that though.
So what, like, so you're reliving the situation, but
Multiple
but then
times.
how you would do
Responded
it differently.
differently, yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah. Or I'm anticipating situations for the future and how I would kind of come
Handle
off.
it.
Yeah.
But then when the time comes to you,
I flop. And then I'm like, we spoke about this.
oh, so like all else goes out the window.
All else goes out
You're
the
like,
window.
I was.
I'm not in the moment anymore.
Oh, I see.
But you know what? I've noticed, like, when you are in that space, like, you don't live in the moment. Because when there was a time when I used to really be into, like, meditation and self-development, self-growth, all of that stuff. And I still am to some extent. And there was a big thing around just analysing what's around you, appreciating where you are, the space you're in, all of those things that create, like...
being present.
Yeah. And then it's like your mind, it almost distracts your mind from going somewhere else that is not the present moment, because you can't live in the past. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's not even real because it's already gone, and the future's not. The only thing that's real is right now. Do you get what I mean? So your mind's always like, it needs a cleanse, you know what I mean? Because it's so fogged from like all of the stuff that's happening. Overthinking can really bring stress. It can bring poor health. It can bring depression. It can bring all the heavy stuff. It can really bring, but it's also a good way of kind of analyze. So you have to decompartmentalize. Is that the word?
Oh, no.
I'm missing a part of that word.
Is it compartmentalize?
Decompress.
I don't think there's a I think you can compartmentalize, but I don't know if you can decompartmentalize. But that's a new word for you guys. MNM dictionary. You can decompress
And decompartmentalize.
Yeah. But yeah,
you're gonna analyze situations. I think it is compartmentalized.
Yeah,
how
I
you
know
analyze it.
but I know where you're
like
going.
structure, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, you know.
I know what you're trying to say, girl.
But yeah, what about you?
I've got some. Do you know what? Touching on that note, though.
Yeah.
I've got this one.
Go on.
Would you rather have a rewind pause button on your life?
Rewind or pause?
Oh, would you rather have a rewind or pause button on your life? Just because touching on what you said. Do you know what I mean?
And the future.
Would you rather have a rewind or pause button on your life? Pause.
You would have a pause. I think I'd have a pause.
I've paused.
Is this your pause? You're moving very much.
It's my pause.
Your pause is like...
Oh, was I still moving? With the hand still shaking? What would you rather?
No, but I saw it. I was rather the pause.
I want to rewind.
Really?
Yeah. Rewind.
Where would you rewind to?
I want to know, like, where I came from.
Oh, you... all the way back.
Yeah, like...
I said, like, you would rewind to, like your
the
ancestors.
roots. Yeah, like, like,
I thought
history.
you meant it was just, like, rewinding in your own time.
Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, like, if we're talking about rewind back or fast forward to the future, let's extend the question. Let's, or fast forward.
See the future and come back.
No, there's no coming back. Well, there is, okay.
Yeah, because if you're rewinding, you're still going to come back.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's a good question, because it's like, does the past tell you more about yourself, or does the future?
And if we're only in the present, is that not the future?
I'm confused.
Because you said that there's no future.
It's true. Yeah.
Like this moment right now, is that not the present, right?
It's the present and the future.
Exactly. So the future is what then? The future is now.
True.
The future is actually now in the moment.
It's true.
Because we only have today. Like that's how, that if you want to really, that's how I sometimes think of things. We have today.
But why the past though?
I think I just want to be a little bit more informed.
What do you want to learn?
I just want to go on a little history tour or something.
What was the one thing you would want to know from that history tour though?
I think I would want to know more about my grandparents, a little bit more about Congo as well.
Yeah.
There's a book that I need to start reading. It's been on my list for a while.
Big up Congo.
Big up Congo, man. And there's a lot going on at the moment. And like, I'm just praying and just there's a lot going on, and it really saddens me. Like I'm the kind of person that I know people are gonna repost things on socials, or some people have a very loud voice in that way, and they might want to share or do this or do that. But I'm definitely one of those people that sometimes, like, when sad things are happening, I literally like shut down. It's like it just really, even to see it, because we know it. We know that there's a lot going on in the world, but especially in Congo. So praying for everyone. And just, I think the history of where we come from, Africa, is so rich. It's so rich. And, I was reading a little bit about the chief, not even the chiefs, but is it Alfonso? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but just the kingdom, the kingdom of Congo, and the fact that it was actually a K. Like Congo right now is, it's spelled with a C, but it was a K. Like kingdoms, right? We come from kingdoms. So, and just the fact that we're all one. Yeah. And there's so many little things that I just want to learn about my roots. And not from the lens of like a white historian, but from like the actual, the kings and queens that were living, and just like, if you think about like the Egyptian times and stuff like that, and they had natural remedies. And I want to learn what those natural remedies are, because these days it's like there's a medication to fix everything. But there were ways that people survived back in the day that were better. That were probably better for humanity in some ways.
Yeah, it's true. And I think because it's like, obviously with the medical system, we've spoken about it before, but like they do put in certain things. Chemicals have reactions to bodies, whereas the natural plants and things like that are healing remedies. They come from the earth. Yeah. They were God provided, they're not sourced from like a financial space.
Exactly.
So it's like that medicine can kind of really heal, but it can also sometimes, it's almost like a discovery, so it's almost like a risk. Yeah,
it is a bit of a risk, but it's just, even when you think about just the way people lived and survived, there's so much to take from that. And I remember speaking to this auntie the other day, not even someone that I like know, but just, like when you have a random conversation with someone, like it's always quite fun, because you just get to know a little bit about their story and whatever. But I was actually in this like writers group, and the lady was saying my mum lived until she was like 102.
Wow.
And you know, and she was talking about like back in the day, and just she goes, these days, you know, everyone's saying organic, but I don't even trust this organic food that they're, you know, and it was just really interesting to explore that conversation.
It's so crazy because it's like, as you were saying that, I was thinking about like what would probably constitute as like these like healthy remedies. And I think it is food like natural, organic, like not organic from like the store, but like
that you grow
from the ground. Like actual like, you know, food from the ground, like that type of food is like really what we should really be investing our bodies in. And also like exercise, all of those things are so important in your
environment. I think your environment plays a massive part.
Huge.
Obviously, you know, we're born and raised here, but yeah, like when I go back home to Zambia, like I know that there's just more, there's so much that I just want to explore about the natural ways, like even just farming and learning about that. It's like, that's what I kind of mean by rewinding a little bit, or just learning how to live within your means, but in a more natural sense, because then you're kind of self-sufficient in a way as well. So, you know, in an ideal world,
I like that.
To be self-sufficient in, like, imagine, would you pick up the skill of farming if you could, city girl?
Nah, I mean, I'll do it once or twice. I've been to a farm.
How was that?
And it was nice. Like, it was a huge land, but I could see how much hard work goes into it. It's not easy.
It's not
easy. Like,
I think people try and act like it's more.
It's really like you have to love it because it's
easier than it is. Yeah.
Yeah. When you grow up in it, I think it really creates like a great baseline when it comes to like really being self-sufficient and growing your own kind of food, but also like being outside a lot and being like on the field working.
A way of living.
Like having that like doing those things and like those different activities that you need to do with like, you know, the animals and all of that stuff. But it's a lot of hard work. I think I'm too lazy for it. I'm too lazy, sorry, unfortunately.
The way I'm agreeing, I'm like, I mean, even for me, like in my mind, but I would have a go at it. I think ultimately being a little bit more self-sufficient is something that I think is, for me, a good thing anyways. Or, I mean, for you, what would you say? Or do you think the sense of even community and relying on that?
I think community. Self-sufficiency is actually most important because you do need to know how to do things on your own, because you can't really rely on everyone that's around you and like the community that you have. But yeah, like I think self-sufficiency is kind of like one of those things where it's like, you can't fault it really, because once you know, even if you think about like just in general, like up to now, like you think about like certain skills that we have, like when you're self-sufficient in certain skills, it's so easy to kind of like maneuver in the world, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like even for me as a musician, I've had people ask me the question, oh, what do you play? And I'm like, my voice. I sing. It's an instrument. It's an instrument.
Oh, could you give me a singing lesson?
Okay.
Do you think I would do well?
Yeah. So let's
I'm
get into this.
I'm not a singer.
Okay, so first thing is,
for the people's ears, I think I could do well.
Your posture is so important. So just relax. You're just gonna relax, guys. Just breathe. Yeah, you can even do a few of those neck rolls. Okay, so what is a song that I actually sing?
Not a song with words. Jesus. Okay, we'll go for it. Okay.
Okay, so
I thought we were just gonna do la la la, but okay.
Oh.
Okay, go on.
Okay, let's do some. No, I want to do a little song.
Okay, go on.
So I was listening to this gospel song today, actually.
Okay.
So it's like, you make all things beautiful, beautiful for me.
You're giving me the deep end, fam.
I was like trying to like be subtle, and then I'm like, I'm getting into this.
Okay, let me try.
You make all things beautiful. Just be, you know what, with singing as well, don't be afraid to be silly and open the mouth.
Okay.
I love how schoolgirlish she is. I love it.
Don't judge me, guys.
We can do it together.
Okay.
You make all things beautiful, beautiful for me. You make all things beautiful, beautiful for me.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I tried. I'm excited. We're going to do this more.
A little singing lesson.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I don't have, tell me how I did, guys, because I don't think.
Yeah, and I haven't performed in a while, to be fair.
You did great. You did amazing.
But even
to
about
teach is hard.
It's hard, but even with the singing thing, and yet again, as a creative, as a musician or whatever, just as a person, like sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves.
True.
But I was thinking, I was like, I wish I was like classically trained in that way, or trained in a way that was more systematic, because then I could, give like certain lessons, or when I'm performing, I don't have to rely on a musician to come and play with me. I could just play the keys myself. So guys, tell me, brush me up on this, but I'm gonna learn to play. I've got my voice, but I'm going to learn to play.
I'm gonna start writing down the things we say we're gonna do.
I know, because we keep saying we're gonna do things
and not doing them.
Yeah,
but we're gonna do it.
But we show up. We show up to talk and to chat.
We will do it. We will.
We will. What's one thing you think you're gonna definitely do that if you had to give our website? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I want to do something for us then, because I feel like my one is just about me.
Because we said it last time, but it's something I want to do for myself.
For you, what about for you?
It's.
The way she looked at me, I'm like, what are you about to say?
It's my book reviews.
Your what?
Book reviews.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I want to pick it up again.
Why are you getting shy?
I don't know. Because I get shy about it. No, I'm joking. I don't know. But my book reviews, I'm definitely going to get back to that.
So by that, it's like reviewing certain books that you read. Mm-hmm. And then...
I feel like it's going to encourage me to read more. So essentially reading more. It's also grown stronger in my faith. That's one thing that I really want to do this 2025. But yeah, I feel like when I was doing my book reviews, I was focused on reading because I had to read to review the books. And I feel like that's going to be something I'm going to enjoy doing again. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. And how's it going so far with all the kind of 2025 goals and stuff like that? Terrible. How's it going, guys? Let us know as well. Like,
I think last year, I started in December with my goals. This year, I'm starting in February.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think I'm the same.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's still easing into it. It's still freezing. It's just like, it's all right, man. Like, just be kind to yourself.
It's true.
Like, I know people say that a lot, but genuinely, don't put the pressure on yourself to be something, to do something, to be somewhere. Just be present.
Yeah.
Be present.
Come on, amen.
Amen. We love it. I want to get more into my faith as well. So yeah. And then lastly, we're going to end with, I got one more would you rather.
Okay. All right. I want to hear it.
Okay. So there's two, yeah?
Okay.
But you get to choose actually. Because there's one that is, what stereotype do you completely live up to?
That's a good one. Oh. I think being the youngest and being a bit spoiled.
Really? Own it. Why?
I'm a bit of a spoiled. I'm a princess.
Yeah.
And I am the baby as well. But I'm not too spoiled. Like, I do feel like, maybe my siblings. But I was like, I'm not too spoiled, but I definitely have like a little bit of like a a princess. Princess Muela's always got into the chat sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's there, but
So you get the special treatment.
I get a special treatment. Yeah.
Oh man.
What's yours?
Oh, I feel for the older siblings because I'm an older sibling. I'm feeling for myself right now.
I definitely get those. Yeah.
She gets that extra, that special grace.
Yeah, I do. I don't know if it's as much as I used to, but I definitely do.
Yeah, and even from when you're young though, that still kind of stays with you.
Yeah.
So even if it's like you're all grown now, there's still going to be a certain lens that your parents might
see you in
in because you're the youngest, you're the last born.
True.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the youngest, do they ever feel like they're forgotten about though? Could it go the other way?
Forgotten about.
They're never.
Maybe we're babied, but never forgotten.
You're never, it's true. And I'm not going to lie, like even with my younger sister, I remember my mum one time and she came over, this wasn't too long ago, and she's just like, oh, I just feel sorry for her, like just feel.
And you're like, why?
I was like, in my mind, I was like, but what? Nobody ever says that about me. Why I gotta be strong when I'm really weak?
Because you older, experienced.
I'm experienced, apparently. But it's so annoying sometimes because whether it's like my younger sister or brother, it's not all the time, but sometimes I do feel like they literally are allowed to get away with things.
Murder.
And then I have to be responsible. I have to do this. Yeah. I've got to like clean up a bit of the mess. And you can get a little bit like frustrated with that as an older sibling.
I hear it.
I'm representing the older siblings here.
Yeah, I hear it.
I hear it, but I don't care.
No, I'm not. I care about the others because who are we without you guys? Oh. You guys are our inspiration. You are. Like my big sis, I love you, both of them. Aww. Like they inspire me so much, honestly. So they're both my inspirations, you know, in many ways. So yeah.
And I think same with my like younger siblings as well. Like it's not like the age gap ain't even that big anyways.
No, you guys are literally just round the corner from each other.
Yeah, we are. But okay. Yeah.
What's yours? What stereotype do you live up to?
That I'm an extrovert.
Oh,
yeah. I am an extrovert. I can't help it. You guys know I'll be talking to myself. Yeah. I'll be talking to the trees. I'll be talking to the old lady on the bus.
Okay, you
I'm
do.
basically saying that.
Yeah, no, you be talking to the people. Yeah. And you be confident. And I love that about you. Like, you come into a room and you own a room. Like, you, like, know how to... You have so much self-assurity of yourself. Like, you stand strong in who you are. And you bring so much blessing and light in rooms. Like, it's really nice to see. Sometimes I'll be looking at you and I'm like, that's my girl.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah.
You're actually really sweet because you know what? I've also had a different response to that. Like I've had, you love attention. I've had, like...
The haters gonna hate.
The haters gonna hate, but it's so interesting how people perceive you and... True. Your light, like when we're the sun.
That's nothing to do with you though.
Yeah, when we're the sun, sometimes we're too bright for some people. Some people don't want to look. They're like, my eyes. Some people want to get close,
like, engaged.
They're like, I need to feel the warmth, And some people are like, I'll stand in midway.
In the middle.
You know what I mean? But we bring in the sunshine to everyday people. It's been lovely.
It has. Aww. Thank you guys. For watching,
listening. Please continue to honestly like, comment, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Just show us some love. We've been loving your engagement recently as well on socials, and we just love to hear from you. And we actually thank you for always just being patient with us on this journey. And we can't wait to be back again.
See you soon. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.
We have been MNM Talks.